5 foods you should never pair with coffee. Are you sabotaging your coffee experience? Here are 5 foods you should never pair with it. Certain food combinations can disrupt digestion and hinder nutrient absorption. Last updated, July 10, 2025, 8:02. Coffee is more than just a beverage, it's a delightful ritual that kickstarts your day, providing that much-needed energy boost, especially on mornings when you'd rather stay in bed. And yes, it often goes hand in hand with a snack. But wait a moment. Coffee, much like a high-maintenance star, has its own preferences. It doesn't harmonize with just anything. For instance, a flaky, buttery croissant? Perfect match. But pairing it with a citrus fruit right after? That's a recipe for flavor disaster. Believe us, the regret will linger long after the last sip. Before you grab that next snack, let's explore 5 foods that clash with your coffee so dramatically that your taste buds might just revolt. 1. Spicy chips or snacks. Spices and caffeine are both known for their stimulating effects. However, this combination can lead to an uncomfortable experience for your stomach. The fiery oils from spicy snacks and the bitterness of coffee don't blend well together. Caffeine naturally increases stomach acid, and when you add spicy chips or a hot samosa into the mix, you're in for a wild ride of reflux. Additionally, coffee tends to heighten the bitterness of chili, transforming that bold heat into an overwhelming flavor assault. If you're seeking a more balanced pairing, consider opting for milk. It helps neutralize the heat by breaking down capsaicin, the compound responsible for the spiciness, while coffee only intensifies it. 2. Yogurt and dairy-rich treats. A yogurt parfait or a creamy dessert might seem like a refreshing contrast to your hot cup of coffee. However, dairy can coat your palate, dulling the intricate flavors of your brew. Even worse, some combinations of dairy and coffee can leave you with an unpleasant curdled aftertaste that's hard to forget. A smarter choice would be to enjoy your coffee with toast or fruit, saving the yogurt for a later moment in the morning. This way, everyone wins. 3. Avoid red meats. Individually, red meats are delicious, but when paired with coffee, it's a flavor overload. The rich, umami taste of red meat can overshadow the delicate notes in your coffee, while the bitterness of the coffee can make the meat taste strangely metallic. Moreover, both can be tough on your digestive system, especially when consumed together in the morning. Unless you're preparing for a culinary endurance test, it's best to choose a lighter companion for your coffee. 4. Citrus fruits. We commend your adventurous spirit. If you've ever tried pairing orange slices with your coffee, you likely understand how misguided that choice can be. Both are highly acidic, which can upset your stomach and overwhelm your taste buds. The result? Bitter coffee, a sour aftertaste, and no satisfaction whatsoever. 5. Leafy greens. While spinach and kale are excellent sources of iron, they have an unexpected adversary: your coffee. Coffee contains polyphenol, particularly chlorogenic acid, which can significantly reduce the absorption of non-heme iron found in plant foods. A significant review published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition indicates that drinking coffee during meals can decrease iron absorption by as much as 39%. Another study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, Mork et al., 1983, supports this finding, especially when coffee or tea is consumed during or shortly after meals. Since leafy greens like spinach provide non-heme iron, which is already less efficiently absorbed than the heme iron found in meat, coffee can effectively negate the nutritional benefits. To maximize your iron intake, try to wait at least 1 hour before or 2 hours after consuming iron-rich meals before enjoying your coffee, particularly if you're at risk for iron deficiency. Also in this package, sign up for the daily briefing. Get the latest news and updates straight to your inbox. Up next, caffeine benefits, risks, and how much is too much? Caffeine, friend or foe? How much is just right? Orlando, Florida, Ivanhoe Newswire. If you're reading this, chances are you've already had your daily dose of caffeine. It's estimated that around 90% of people in the U.S. consume some form of caffeine every day. In moderate amounts, caffeine acts as a stimulant, and drinking coffee with caffeine has been linked to improved mood and a lower risk of depression. Regular consumption of 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day is associated with a lower risk of stroke and may offer protection against cancers of the mouth, throat, and digestive system. But here's where it gets controversial. There's a limit to how much caffeine your body can handle at once. Exceeding this limit can lead to symptoms that can be harmful to your body. From a mood boost to potential health benefits and drawbacks, caffeine is a powerful substance. So, do you consider yourself a caffeine connoisseur? The FDA recommends that most adults can safely consume up to 400 milligrams of caffeine per day. That's roughly equivalent to 2 to 3 12-ounce cups of coffee. But it's easy to overdo it. Excessive caffeine intake can interfere with calcium absorption, potentially leading to osteoporosis, and can cause increased heart rates, headaches, agitation, sleep problems, breathing difficulties, sudden high blood pressure, confusion, seizures, and even vomiting. And this is the part most people miss: not all caffeinated drinks are created equal. Let's put your knowledge to the test. First, which has more caffeine, an 8-ounce cup of brewed coffee or an 8-ounce espresso? You might be surprised to learn that a regular cup of brewed coffee has more caffeine than an espresso. An instant coffee has less caffeine than both. Next up, teas. Which one packs more of a punch, black or green? Black tea contains almost double the caffeine compared to green tea. And now for the energy drinks. They're full of caffeine, right? Well, actually, an energy drink in a can has about 79 milligrams of caffeine. That's less than a cup of coffee, but an energy shot can pack a whopping 200 milligrams. So now you know, is your caffeine habit a perk or a potential pitfall? Many drugs will interact with caffeine. For instance, combining caffeine with ephedrine, often found in decongestants, could raise your risk of serious issues like high blood pressure, heart attack, stroke, or seizure. Theophylline, a medication for opening airways, has similar effects to caffeine, so taking them together might intensify side effects such as nausea and heart palpitations. Even the herbal supplement echinacea, sometimes used for colds, may increase the caffeine levels in your blood and cause increased heart rates and anxiety. Contributors to this news report include Masha Lewis, producer, Bob Walko, editor. Subscribe to the TV5 newsletter, https://www.wnm.com/newsletter, and receive the latest local news and weather straight to your email every day. Copyright 2025 WNEM. All rights reserved. But here's a thought-provoking question for you. Do you think the benefits of caffeine outweigh the risks, or vice versa? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Brewing safety. 5 meds to avoid with coffee. Warning: your morning coffee might be sabotaging your medication. For many, a daily cup of coffee is a non-negotiable ritual. However, there's a hidden risk. Caffeine in coffee can significantly impact the effectiveness of various medications, leading to reduced potency or unwanted side effects. While tea also contains caffeine, its typically lower amounts diminish its influence. Let's dive into the crucial interactions between coffee and common medications, ensuring you use them safely. 1. The cold and flu conundrum ****. Caffeine and pseudoephedrine, found in Sudafed, are both stimulants. When combined, they can intensify side effects like jitteriness, headaches, rapid heartbeat, insomnia, and restlessness. Some cold medicines already contain caffeine, further elevating these risks. Additionally, this combination can increase blood sugar and body temperature, a critical concern for individuals with diabetes. Similar precautions apply to ADHD medications, e.g., amphetamines, and asthma drugs, e.g., theophylline, which share chemical similarities with caffeine. But here's where it gets controversial. Should manufacturers be required to highlight these interactions more prominently on packaging? 2. Thyroid medication. Timing is everything ****. Levothyroxine, used for underactive thyroid, is highly sensitive to timing. Consuming coffee too soon after taking it can slash absorption by up to 50%. Caffeine accelerates digestion, reducing the drug's absorption window, and may even bind to it in the stomach. This can lead to a resurgence of hypothyroid symptoms like fatigue and weight gain. The same cautious approach applies to osteoporosis medications like alendronate and risedronate, which demand an empty stomach and a 30 to 60 minute wait before eating or drinking. 3. The complex dance of antidepressants and antipsychotics***. Caffeine's interaction with mental health medications can be intricate. SSRIs, e.g., sertraline, citalopram, might experience reduced absorption due to caffeine binding in the stomach. Older antidepressants, tricyclic antidepressants, TCAs, like amitriptyline, are metabolized by the same liver enzyme that processes caffeine, CYP1A2, potentially slowing drug metabolism and amplifying side effects. Clozapine, an antipsychotic, can see its blood levels nearly doubled by moderate coffee consumption, increasing the risk of drowsiness, confusion, or severe complications. And this is the part most people miss. The cumulative effect of caffeine from all sources, coffee, tea, chocolate, some medications, can significantly alter medication efficacy. 4. Painkillers, a delicate balance ***. Some over-the-counter painkillers contain caffeine to enhance absorption and efficacy. Coffee can make the stomach more acidic and speed up emptying, helping drugs like aspirin absorb faster. While this might offer quicker pain relief, it also increases the risk of stomach irritation or bleeding, especially when combined with other caffeine sources. Though rare, severe cases underscore the need for caution. 5. Heart medications, a temporary but critical impact ***. Caffeine can temporarily elevate blood pressure and heart rate for a few hours. For individuals on blood pressure medications or drugs for irregular heart rhythms, caffeine might diminish their effectiveness. This doesn't mean heart patients must abstain from coffee entirely, but they should closely monitor their symptoms and consider limiting caffeine or switching to decaf if necessary. Staying safe, your action plan. Coffee is more than just a comforting ritual, it's a potent chemical influencing your medication's efficacy. To avoid potential issues, take levothyroxine or bisphosphonates with water on an empty stomach, waiting 30 to 60 minutes before consuming coffee or eating. Exercise caution with cold remedies, asthma drugs, or ADHD medications when consuming caffeine, as side effects can intensify. Discuss your caffeine intake with your doctor if you're on antidepressants, antipsychotics, or heart medications. Consider reducing caffeine or switching to decaf if you experience jitteriness, insomnia, or palpitations. Remember, everyone metabolizes caffeine differently. Pay attention to your body and consult your healthcare provider if you notice any issues. When in doubt, ask. A brief conversation with your pharmacist or doctor can ensure your medicine and coffee coexist safely, allowing you to savor your coffee without worry. Now it's your turn. Share your thoughts ***. Have you ever experienced an interaction between coffee and your medication? Should healthcare providers be more proactive in discussing potential interactions with patients? Do you have any tips for safely managing caffeine intake while on medication? Share in the comments below.